Brent's immature behavior received tons of backlash from his fans, with comments
hold on, who is this?
From getting arrested after faking a bank robbery to being one of the luckiest brothers in history. Here are the most loved versus the most hated YouTuber sibling.
Yo, why is my man Deji over here? We love Deji, bro.
Starting off with one of the most entertaining little brothers, iShowSpeed's brother, Jamal. In March 29th, 2021, Jamal, whose real name is Dion Watkins, made his first appearance on Speed's channel in a video where they played against each other in a basketball 1v1.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? What's good with y'all, YouTube? Y'all already know what time it is, man.
The viewers really appreciated the two brothers making content together, commenting things like, "You should thank your brother for making your content even funnier."
Okay, that's just not a good thing to comment. He might be like, okay, your content's funny, but your brother makes it funnier. But it's like, I'd be vexed, bro. If I'd put blood, sweat, and tears, and I make one video with my brother and everyone prefers that one, I'd be vexed.
However, Speed's content
I hear it though, my brother's pretty funny.
Not always wholesome, as they sometimes fight each other, making the viewers worry for Jamal as he always gets beaten up in the end.
Yeah, that's just sibling love, bro. Whatever AI you got making these videos needs to do a better job at realizing the situation.
Speed, he needs to treat his brother better, but these play fights are always for content, as Jamal was never really hurt by his brother, and they always end up laughing it off.
I'm at the beach right now.
Even though Jamal is mostly known for trolling his brother, in September of 2023, he opened up his chat, saying that one of the controversies his brother has been involved in was really affecting his daily life, with kids teasing him at school.
And every day I go to school, he's shamed on for being an iShowSpeed brother because he showed his meat. That's really? I get picked on for that, bro, because of your outcomes.
And while
no, you don't. Yo, what are you even talking about? Do you know how lit it would be when I was in school? If my older brother was Speed, I'd be like, bro, are you mad? Shall I pull up in a Ferrari tomorrow? I mean a Lamborghini. Ronaldo Lamborghini. Shall I pull up tomorrow in one of those? Do you want to see, man, in one of those? You don't, bro.
All fans love
don't want
the
to
fact
see,
that
man,
Jamal's
pull up in a
relationship
Lambo,
with Speed
bro.
isn't behind closed doors. Deji's public feud with
Deji.
KSI
Wow.
has ruined his reputation. Back in their teenage years, KSI and Deji were making tons of content together, with the most viral being the FIFA gameplay videos, which gained millions of views.
Today, my friends, we have something very special for you today. I will be playing Deji.
However, the FIFA challenges included much violence, which was seen as entertaining and completely normal behavior between the two siblings.
Every time.
Okay, so now all of a sudden, it's normal between two siblings for the content to be violent. But when it was Speed and his brother, it was bad because Speed was just being his brother, right? Even though it was never really violent, it was for Wow, this is ridiculous.
We can see the goal. We get a whoop. Ow!
However, the drama between them started in November of 2013, as KSI kicked Deji out of the Sidemen house for not cleaning up after himself.
I kicked you out because you made our house disgusting. You never did any chores.
Ooh.
You never cleaning up after yourself.
But in 2018, when Deji had an upcoming boxing match with Jake Paul, he received a second chance at the Sidemen house and was offered to stay in a room rent-free to train. With Deji doing better than expected, he still lost to Jake, but instead of taking it well, he made excuses, blaming his training and JJ.
It looks like my brother doesn't really support me.
And in 2019, Deji made a terrible decision.
Okay, so he's just acting like
the rest of his family drama private and decided to act as the victim, saying that he has been harassed numerous times throughout his YouTube career. With Deji always trying to have the upper hand, KSI responded with an hour-long video debunking most of Deji's claims, proving how immature he is.
You said I've never supported you, but Dej, come on, man. You know that's not true. You know that's not true. When you were training for the fight, I was there to help you.
However, Deji did not only try to turn the viewers against JJ, but decided to throw the relationship out the window by excluding him when talking about their parents.
What my brother wants is he wants my parents to pick sides. That's what he wants.
You know what I want, Dej? I want you to stop saying my parents and instead say our parents.
Deji took the stereotype of the annoying little brother to the max. And even though Deji got tons of subscribers from the drama he caused, Brawadis' rise to fame didn't require any drama with his sibling.
Sorry, I forgot the name of the video because I was confused as to what the hell Deji and KSI had to do with this whole video. Most loved, most hated. If you can say that they're not the most loved, but then you can't say that they're the most hated. It doesn't add up. It doesn't equate.
Brawadis is the older brother of Fabss Rug and has been making videos on YouTube for almost a decade. Even though Brawadis started out in his brother's shadow, he built a massive and loyal audience of his own with over 6 million subscribers. And unlike Fabss Rug's beginning with Call of Duty gameplay, his journey in content creation began with basketball-related videos, sitting on a squeaky chair with a low-resolution camera.
Today was a really busy day for the league, which is unusual because...
However, fans really respected the fact that Brawadis didn't just ride Rug's wave, but created his own platform on YouTube, since fans go back to his first video to comment things like, "Little did Brawadis know that he would go big," and "Man, you have grown so much." However, Brawadis didn't walk his journey towards 2,000 videos alone, as he has many videos with his brother, with his most viral being a prank where he burned a fake pair of Yeezys while Rug thought they were his real shoes.
Stop! What are you doing? Why did you... Brandon! What the f are you doing? Hey! What the hell is wrong with you?
And unlike Brawadis,
what the hell is wrong with you?
Drama, the Stokes Twins have even been arrested for one of their pranks. But before we get into what the Stokes Twins did, make sure to put in their videos, with their most popular series being Building Secret Rooms, which amasses hundreds of millions of views.
Oh my god, they have 120 million subscribers. Yo, how... Alright, chat, be honest. How gay do I have to get to this level? On a scale of 1 to 10, how... Hey guys! Everybody today's video with... Like, is it kind of like... It's something like that, right? Honestly, like, I have to do something like that to get to this level, right? Because how do you get to 120 million subscribers?
However, while their prank videos were mostly harmless and entertaining, there was one idea that was so reckless, which led to them receiving tons of backlash from their fans. I generally like their vids, but this was way too far. In October of 2019, Alan and Alex filmed a fake bank robbery prank where they were running around college campuses with duffel bags full of cash, filming the public's reactions.
So we have a lot of money right here. We're gonna be running around in front of people and making it seem like we just got done robbing a bank.
However, running and intimidating people passing by apparently wasn't enough footage for their video, as they were also harassing random strangers, trying to convince them to participate in their robbery.
So I'm actually trying to rob a bank and I'm looking for an attractive female to like distract a security guard. Would you be down to do that? You don't? Shoot.
The twins took...
So that's harassing? So going up to someone and saying, "Hey, I'm looking for this," and then she says no, and then he goes shoot and leaves. That's harassing. Yeah. Yo, you man, remind me to never watch this guy's channel ever again in my life. These are terrible videos.
They ordered an Uber as a getaway car.
Could you step on it? Like step on the gas?
Just every year. It's not funny. Okay, can I take this right? Just got up a couple.
Actually, yeah. No, we're gonna get caught.
While Alan and Alex were discussing with the driver, eyewitnesses called the police, which resulted in the driver being held at gunpoint, while he was completely unaware of this so-called prank. It is irresponsible and reckless that these two individuals cared more about increasing their number of followers on the internet than the
because the driver was held at gunpoint. I imagine the driver got shot for no reason.
You guys just get out of an Uber a minute ago? You're videotaping stuff?
Yeah, we
come over here, close the door.
At the end of the video, the brothers said that they had been recording for 3 days to capture the public's reactions, admitting that they ignored the police officers' warnings and continued filming in nearby universities. This isn't funny at all. What they're doing is horrible. They wasted those officers' time and maybe even put others' lives at risk.
They wasted the officer's time. Okay, so if I'm listening to music really loud in my house and it's 7 p.m., right? And I have until like 9 p.m. to turn off the loud music. This is a hypothetical situation. And the neighbor calls the police and the police come and I talk to the police for 5 minutes and the police leave and do nothing because I didn't do anything illegal. Did I waste the officer's time? You really have to think about how stupid some people are on YouTube. Like some I'm not saying you directly, but I'm saying some of you get on here just to be I'm pretty sure you're not even disabled in real life. You just act like that as soon as you get on the site. Like, it doesn't make sense.
Alan and Alex ended up facing 160 hours of community service each, 1 year of formal probation, in order to pay for their damages. And
yeah, I mean, it was just...
Twins still receive hate.
It was just to prove a lesson,
their subscriber count has skyrocketed since last year, much like Mr. Bro when he first made his channel. On August 28th, 2019, MrBeast's brother, CJ, posted his first video on his YouTube channel, mimicking his younger brother's content on a budget.
Last one of you to take your hand off this house gets to keep it. I live with my parents. Last leave gets the house. Begin.
That video today sits at 9 million views, and due to MrBeast's influence, CJ got his silver play button in just 24 hours, and the gold play button the day after. However, many of MrBeast's fans didn't like the idea of this low-budget MrBeast version, with comments saying, 2 years later, last to leave circle gets $1. But 3 days after Mr. Bro's video, Jimmy posted a video where he gave $100,000 to his brother to buy equipment for his channel, such as high-quality cameras and a studio.
We have $100,000 in credit cards right here. You have 24 hours to spend the $100,000.
But with CJ already having a huge subscriber count and great equipment, many people thought that copying MrBeast's style was just not going to work out for him. By attracting viewers due to his more casual and calm character, Mr. Bro continued posting videos until June of 2021, when he suddenly stopped making content, leaving many fans upset. POV, you're rewatching CJ's last masterpiece. And while CJ still gets hate for being a MrBeast clone and not uploading content, Brent Rivera continued.
It's funny because I'm pretty sure half of us had no idea he even existed. No offense, I had no idea you were even real. No, I'm gonna keep it like a buck, bro. I had no idea you existed, bro. Can you not see this thing that's growing on the side of my nose? What is, bro? Mums, I woke up, yeah, and it was just red, and then I woke up, yeah, and this was red. I haven't seen a single mosquito in my room, so if niggas are coming up to man and doing something to my body, I need to know. Someone let me know, bro, in the comments or something, please.
Despite being exposed,
I'm serious. Let me know what that is.
Before reaching 37 million
honestly,
subscribers on
it was
YouTube,
red
was
big. This was red and big. It's gone down now, but I don't know what's happening to my body.
Lexi Rivera.
Okay, Lexi.
What?
I only know 25 letters of the alphabet.
How come?
I don't know why.
You wonder why no girls talk to you.
But despite his huge success on all of his platforms, Brent has received tons of backlash from viewers for not being original and stealing other people's ideas. However, getting called out numerous.
So? Who hasn't done? I literally just stole this whole guy's video and put my face on the thumbnail. Am I gonna get called out now?
Times wasn't enough, as more and more creators were getting Brent Rivera without him caring or regretting it. However, on February 7th of 2023, Brent realized that he should have apologized for being a content thief, as Tyler Oliveira posted a video titled, Brent Rivera called the cops on me.
That's Brent Rivera calling security and then the cops on me after I asked him this.
Do you fake your videos?
After this heated interaction, Brent and his crew crossed the line when they tried to offend Tyler's small subscriber count.
Hey, go have fun with your 100 subscribers.
And while being completely in the wrong, Brent tried to confront Tyler by saying,
I don't appreciate the disrespect.
And as Brent.
Okay, so he came up to them, and if you want to talk about harassment, that's literally harassment. They already told him to cut. They told him they called security and police. So technically they'll get harassed. And then he tells them, because he doesn't know who he is and he just has a random camera, so he thinks he's just a fan. He says, go have fun with your 100 subscribers. I would have said way worse. I don't think this is all that bad, but whoever runs this channel has to be a child. And it's just rage baiting because it's working right now.
His crew were feeling harassed by Tyler. They decided to kick him out of his hotel room.
Ask you to pack your stuff, for sure. Can I suppose a compromise?
No. With Tyler's video now sitting at 3 million views, Brent's immature behavior received tons of backlash from his fans with comments.
Hold on. Who is this? Whoa. Like, that's her, right? That one, right? That's, whoa. My life is Ava.
The fact that
she have to change that to my life is Ava and Fabs in a second, bro. It's about to get too
Honestly,
serious.
the level of ego is insane. And my respect for Brent just dropped lower than my grades. However, fans were not the only ones reacting to the situation, since the whole platform was hating on him, especially Charlie.
I have no problem with people who make content catering to children, but there has to be some level of self-awareness when you do that. Like, have some shame. You're not a tough guy like Brent Rivera pretends to be.
I feel bad for the ghosts in the Stanley Hotel who had to see this all go down. And unlike Brent, who gets hatred for faking his videos, Kobe and Corey are among the most loved siblings on YouTube, despite faking their stunts and trick shots. In 2009,
they faked their stunts and trick shots?
Dude Perfect, a simple trick shot channel that is now known as one of the biggest sports.
I didn't know. I thought they did everything for real. Oh my god.
Despite being mostly known
I think I'm gonna
for
cry.
Shots, Dude Perfect is also loved for their battles, such as the Bubble Wrap Battle, that now has over 100 million views. And with Kobe not winning a single competition for 4 years, his win in the giant sumo battle had many fans in shock, but also cheering for him. I am so happy that Kobe had his first ever battle win. However, Kobe might not be the first member to win a battle, but he was the first and one of the few people to go to space. Wow, these guys started with a simple video in their backyard, and now they're in space. Truly impressive. And
that's kind of lit though. Nah, low-key, that's kind of hard. You can't say that's not hard. Go into space. I would never go. I'm afraid of space and the ocean. Anything like that.
And inspiring. And
Scared.
while Kobe and Corey have a huge fan base who loves them, Jake Paul's audience has been fed up with his controversies. Back in 2017, when Jake was renting a property in West Hollywood, he was constantly making his address public, and huge crowds would gather around the house, disturbing many of his neighbors.
A lot of the neighbors are complaining. They're very upset. No, why? They say that you've created a living hell out here, that it's like a circus. Yeah, it is. All the fans. I mean, but people like going to circuses, right?
However, his fans storming the streets and him throwing parties wasn't enough, as Jake was also putting lives on the line by lighting up furniture on fire, with neighbors claiming that the flames reached the top of the house. It used to be a really nice and quiet street, and now it's just like a war zone, where families, and we're more than happy to have them live here if they're respectful of their neighbors, but they're not. However, instead of admitting that he's in the wrong, Jake Paul went ahead and posted this on Twitter. Crazy how many people care about being a bad neighbor. Innocent people are getting shot every day. You should worry about that.
He's right. Okay, cool, he's being a very bad neighbor. Why does that concern you when there's innocent people dying every day and you guys do not care?
At this point, the people that were living by Jake Paul were fed up with his behavior, with comments saying, "What can we do to move these wasters on? Soon someone is going to be hurt with youngsters hanging around in the middle of the road." However, harassing his neighbors wasn't the only thing he has done, as in the same year, he was accused of emotionally abusing his, at the time, girlfriend. On June 9th of 2017, Alyssa Violet posted a video titled "What You've Been Waiting For," where she explained
I never
how she met
found
Jake
her
Paul
attractive
and
once
how
in my
they
life.
ended up
I
breaking
don't
up.
understand.
In the video,
I don't know how
Alyssa
some of you
claims that
men
Jake
like
cheated on
are
her
doing stuff
constantly,
like that,
said
bro.
cruel things to her,
You're brave
made
for
her
that, bro. I
cry
can't
all the
lie.
time.
He told me he loved me one night,
I've
and
been
then
through
a
worse.
couple days later, he flew out this girl from Ohio. They were like hooking up in Ohio, and he flew out this girl and was smashing her for like a week. That was like a
Smashing her.
Are you serious?
However, Jake wasn't the only one
2 days
harassing
after
her,
he's
since
done.
Jake's dad has insulted her as well.
Jake and Logan's dad, and I was like, hey, straight up. He's like, shut the up, get out of my face. Like, get the out of my face, yourself.
No one deserves to be treated the way you were. He's a narcissist.
Sorry. I don't know. That video was so boring. I had to liven it up with Minute Ball. If you watched through this whole video, I'm actually so sorry. Because I'm uploading it anyway, just so you lot can see my pain. Watch.